Heavens to Betsy, my good people. How for art thou, y'all? So we're trying something different. My earlier stream was a bit on the unsuccessful side, just because of, music and whatnot. Oh, let's see here. Oh, look at all the things. Let's open this up. I'm going to see if I can watch myself. Because, that's fun. I don't know how much fun it really is. This is all new to me. And if anybody wants to laugh along, it should be entertaining. That's my opinion, of course. Let's see here. Live. Oh, look. I'm on. Hi, everybody. We're going to watch me watching myself. There should be quite the delay here. Wow! Ugly mug. At the very least, I know. Yeah, hey, you know what? That's terrifying. Mississippi Studios, February 17th in Portland. Well, I'll definitely be missing that, period. But I'll actually be missing it. Period. Talking with my young protege Stuart. Young Master Stuart, an amazing guitar player. So, let's see here. I have a amp now in here. I'm not going to take the camera up and show you that, but I have an amp in here. Oh, look, you got it. Thank you. But yeah, I have a... it's appreciated, period. Join me on my live stream. LOL. Let's see. I've got a lot of things going on here. Hope you can hear me well. Oh, I'm slightly out of tune, but I'm going to leave it that way. Try to play the good out of the bad. So what I've got set up is a little Banta amp. I decided to run upstairs and grab... Oh, why are we looking at me? I'll stop that now. So I ran upstairs and I grabbed my bedroom amp. And this is kind of funny to me. Leaning towards performer. Yes. It may be. But have you ever seen one that color? Question mark. Let's see what Stuart be saying now. Be enjoying, but also taking notes. Well, take video if you can. So we're talking about Guthrie Govan and my other friend of mine and I, Chris, while I'm falling here. This should be a comedy of errors. We're talking about some things, interesting things, and the interesting things that I am familiar with here would be, ooh, look at that. This massive chatty thing. Fantastic. Well, this is what we're getting for learning the ropes, after all. Give me timestamps. I like timestamps. Participants. Oh, yes, I can move things around. That's keen. Do this here. That's keen. All right, yeah, move that right over there. Interestingly, and I will move that here, in fact. Why not? But yeah, a transparent red. Yeah. Is it transparent? Question mark. I just thought it was a claret or like a deep crimson. Yes, so this, for the 9,000th time, I went and grabbed my bedroom amp setup. And yes, everybody needs a bedroom amp. I have a living room amp. I have, my kind of amp arrangement in here, which is all done through, usually through like VSTs and whatnot, but it's my own little recording setup. But my bedroom amp was my former living room amp and stuff. So I used to have a little cabinet in here with an Eminence, little 12-inch, what is that called? Man-O-War speaker. It's got a lot of snap to it. Good tight type of thing. Well, when you got the delay going. There we go. So the amp that I chose to bring downstairs was a Joyo Banta amp I tried out a long time ago, and it's just it's the Zombie, and it's loud as all get out. But here's the thing: I've got that running through an SM57 into a cranked mic preamp on my my Volt, and in order to really get sound pressure levels high enough for it to give you a decent sound, you have to kind of turn things up. And so it's a lot louder than I'd prefer to have it right now, especially right next to my head. So when I get my 11 rack back, maybe we can start talking in a different kind of manner. So in the meantime, I'm just going to goof around. And if anybody likes what they hear, thank you for joining us and stopping on in. Might just go ahead and play my variations of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta blues that. Make sure you end it sickly. Why did I end it there? Because you can do something like that. And then, or See, there's so many different ways. What is that? Victor S. Not sure if I'm in the same key, but one of the chords I hit earlier reminded you of To Tame a Land by Iron Maiden. Nice sounding and sounds nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, I'm a big Iron Maiden fan, so it would not surprise me if things that I played would kind of sound a bit like them. Nope, just noodling though. Hey, Stu. Should also probably comment about a bit more of the gear that I'm using. So, obviously, we have the most metal guitar in the world. It's a very pink Schecter Strat, Nick Johnston series. And I have to say, it sounds a little... That's it. So the, this probably. Mary, having her little lamb. No, I'm playing through a little K-line pedal or a saline pedal, whatever. I'm not sure the pronunciation, but the Ghost Rain. It's a lovely delay effect. Cheap as the day is long in the summertime. I mean, it's not $20, it's almost 40, but it sounds pretty good for $40. And I may engage some gain here. Wrong note, love it. Probably should have stuck with that one. Maybe. Man, I should just tune this whole thing up, shouldn't I? But I'm having fun with it, so I don't really care. Actually, this thing is really good for the type of crap. And then again, because you can't live without the nines, right? So then you can. So I'm going to share with you everything that's going on with my buddy Chris over there and the big world. Jimmyisms. Yes, okay, so Jimmyisms. Actually, that we could... Oh, you know what? So a long time ago, I did this... I'm not sure how well that's coming over, but if I do that... There, it's a little louder. So this... Everybody knows what that is. You know, there's a place that I know where the hillbillies grow, and it's not too far away from Montesano. Right. So this is really good in 5/4. right? It just kind of picks up and makes you kind of go, ooh, that's nifty. But if we did the same thing with like Purple Haze, doesn't really want to come out. I don't know. Maybe it's the strictness of those chords, pioneered by a band named Taurus, of course, Randy, California. Got an interesting thing about it. So if we just did this, might be interesting. I don't know. Gotta have the open in there. Shall we put some gain on? Oh, the Chris thing. Right. Let's see. Message the guy, asked him for 3 more pictures. I should tell him I'm streaming this. Would you mind if I streamed your messages to the world? Question mark. Because, you know, it's news. Of course, I could always read it to myself, and it would probably be less fun. Period. Let me know if you guys are interested. 7, 8, or 17, 16? Yeah, I'll let you count that out, bud. You go right ahead. Have a great time with it. If there's anybody out here who could do it, it's you. And so far as where I'm concerned, 7? Yeah, maybe. Maybe without the delay. In a weird way, that reminds me of Axel F. You know, the little, what is that? No, whatever. That whole thing, that kind of reminds me of it for some reason. Probably because it's the same chords. Back with a delay. And how about some gain? And noise. You guys hear that okay? And you know, the whole thing that I'm doing there, this is kind of like my favorite hybrid blues scale shape construction wise, like of all time, because it's got like really, really nifty and easy to recall shapes. This is essentially no, where am I don't know. That's essentially it. So the thing is, of course, if you swoof oh, show off. Glasses? What? So, thanks, man. Let's see if I can really show off or something. There, that's really hard to do. This fun little thing I've talked about before. That's fun. No, I'm not in the best playing shape today. What I do have, is kind of the standard fare. Nothing, spectacular out of it. Oh, yes, I can turn the volume down, though. You know what else I've got here? I have a wah pedal. This shape, though, let's see, extended taps and finger nubbin taps. Nubbin? Like this? Oh, I like that. With the delay. You ever try tapping with your knuckle? Oh, no. I want to tap on a higher fret than I have. 22 frets does not a guitar make for me. Oh, good news. I just got this thing here. Chris doesn't mind at all me talking about this business here. This is good. So let's see. Message to the guy again. Asked him for 3 more pictures. A pic of the front of the headstock, the back of the headstock, and the whole body. Once again, commented on the ESP design pickups that are in this Jackson Kelly, which is sus. So at any rate, let's see. Saying somebody probably pulled the Seymour Duncans out and put those in. He was also curious about whether that was a Floyd Rose or a Floyd Rose special. I like Floyd Rose specials. They're nice. I have a couple of guitars with, I got like a Floyd Rose 1000 and a Floyd Rose special. They're both of them, very nice units. I hear that stuff on those can be hit and miss, but they're all hits to me. Well, let's see. What else can I do here? Looking around at things and stuff. You guys have a chat replay. I can pull this over. This is my chat replay. Thank you, OBS Studio. You're very kind. Everybody like the background? Good, because I'm changing it. Take that. Wallpaper. All right. I pretty much did this as a test for echo. Get the joke. So, but, take the wah off. So speaking of Maiden. Or. Back in the Village, everybody. Lots of Maiden things to do, actually. Probably want to not too much on a slightly open back cabinet. That's fun stuff. Well, let's see. I should totally try to learn the finish line off of Michelangelo Badio's No Boundaries. Some painfully silly licks on that one. Yeah, but the problem with Michelangelo Badio is I can't keep up with that guy. At my age, he was playing that stuff. At my current age, me playing that stuff is not as easy. No. I'm a little funny about that. That whole, I can do some things like that. I mean, it's not completely out of my technique, but it has to be like, hey man, you're really on today. Why don't you try playing some Michelangelo? Okay, but his, excuse me. No, and no, not today. It's not happening. So this is one of the reasons why I was. degained and hanging out with the joy. Oh. Actually, this is... This is neat. I could do the tapping thing, though, Stu. Check it out. Isn't that fun? Actually, maybe back to the gain for that. Why not? Fun stuff. Let's see here. Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and give up the ghost, though. This has been a blast. I appreciate the 2, possibly more. I'm not sure. Let's find out. I should be able to see things on OBS here, but at 26 minutes, yeah, I think I'm probably good. I will retire, I am afraid, to some crap World of Warcraft and maybe trying to figure out a way of getting this to, get recorded without being so damn loud in my right ear. So it's loud in my left ear too, but if it's loud in here for me, it's got to be loud for the cats. So hopefully the volume levels came through okay for you guys and or gals. Oh, what you got here, man? Not sure if I'm into Merciful Fate. Oh my God, am I into Merciful Fate? King Diamond, thank you very much. Got me into Merciful Fate, thank you. Let's see. See lots of their stuff on YouTube, but rarely in the Shadows album. So I covered the Bell Witch. Is that acceptable to you? That whole, Oh, yeah. Ancient Chinese song, Tu Ning. So. But it's been a long time since I played it. I appreciate the FYI, sir. I totally appreciate the FYI. Yeah. I did the Bell Witch, but I could do more. I mean, I also did Angel of Light, but that was off of time. So very much into Merciful Fate. Very, very much into Merciful Fate. The earlier stuff, it's weird. I've got an atavistic streak. So the older I get, the more older things that I like. Does that make sense? Like a few years back, I started listening to pretty much nothing on a regular basis except for Renaissance music. So, I'm not even joking. I'm a big fan of classical, but a huge fan of like Renaissance and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's kind of like my daily listenings. But insofar as like my first 20 years or 30 years, I have been playing for 35 or so. But my first 20 years as a guitar player, maybe first 30, was spent with like King Diamond, Merciful Fate, all that. Yeah, good stuff. So the guitar is not as loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and try to equate volumes. How's about them apples? Still not really used to playing with single coils. I ought to be. Sweet. Thank you very much. Muchos gracias. Better match with volume. All right. Thank you, Chris. And there is the individual looking for the Jackson Kelly as we speak. So. this is just something my fingers like to do. So you hear that a lot. And then back to what I was saying much earlier on. Ha ha! Rock and roll, dude. I wish you great luck, and well, I mean, after all, you're going to be getting rid of possibly getting rid of the Geo, and if you do, I'm really looking forward to seeing your new Kelly in your collection. You should unironically name it Kelly, by the way. That would be a great name for a Jackson Kelly. And yes, Victor, I agree. These single coils actually do sound really good. They're strangely beefy and they're moderately quiet, but they're actual single coils. Blame the intrepid folk at Schecter for creating such a fantastic instrument. It plays very, very well. It's my first, and since then I've had several, but it's my first real Strat. One volume, one tone. I don't really care for that kind of stuff myself. But, one volume, yes, but tone, who uses that? And I really don't. I don't use it, but yeah, they do have a pretty nice sound, I have to agree. They're single coily enough, but they have some heft in them, much like the, early Merciful Fate R studs, very much so. And that's the thing. I'm going back in time with it. Oh, man, Kirk's Tree of Conversations just starts with a trunk, and then it goes all over the place. So, I'll try to stay on point. Early Merciful Fate. I didn't get into it until a couple of years back. And it was probably Metallica's Curse of the Pharaoh cover that led me away from early Merciful Fate. Not a joke. So, because it was kind of like, Metallica. I love them. I loved early Metallica, but as soon as, Load and Reload hit, and to some extent the Black Album, I was very upset with them at that time. So a lot of people were, and I think it's understandable that once you start wearing eyeliner when you never did before, and you used to make fun of people that did that, then people are going to have a problem with you. But and if you don't understand that people have a problem with you for becoming exactly the thing that you used to rally against, man, I don't know. I can't help you. Y'all got problems. So let's talk about the early Merciful Fate stuff. So I started listening to Melissa. Maybe just 2 years ago. And, I'm just blown out of the water. That stuff's all over. It's extremely progressive music. There's like 200 riffs on, if you do like records or tapes, it's like side one, side two. There's like 200 riffs on side one alone. It's amazing stuff. Really, really great. And, yeah. So, no, I started my whole thing with In the Shadows in Time. The first track I heard modern day from them was Egypt, and I just thought that was like the coolest shit in the world. So let's see. Melissa is freaking great. Yes, Melissa is freaking great. I'm not talking about a woman. If my wife is listening, I don't think so though. Anyway, let's go ahead, and yes, I use the Opera GX browser. Everybody should use the Opera GX browser. And yes, I subscribe to an awful lot of marvelous stuff. Timcast is actually kind of weirdly addictive. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Look at that. See that? Can I get 600 by my birthday? You guys have 16 days? No, wait. What day is it? Oh, my God. It's the Wednesday after next. So can I get 9 more, please? That'd be really cool. So that's really neat. In fact, considering I never thought I'd get over 100, and I'm not joking to you guys, I never thought I'd get over like 100 subscribers ever in my entire life. So that's pretty great. And the thing is, I'm just kind of putting stuff up because I want to. When I play a song from another band, it's because I like that song and I want to pay it, give it some justice. But Don't Break the Oath, dude, fantastic. That they really look. I don't think Merciful Fate really ever put out a bad album, and that includes that whole A Dangerous Meeting thing. Not one bad thing I think was ever played on Merciful Fate. Where am I? Live. I am live. You guys are, all three of you, thank you. You guys are absolutely fantastic, and much like Merciful Fate, early Merciful Fate, you guys are studs. So studs, I tell you. There's a weird thing about the Joyo Banta amp, by the way. It's a little cocked-wah sounding, so you'll get a little bit of an aw kind of a sound with it. Really good for leads, though, let me tell you. Good stuff. All right, well, I was going to get out of here earlier on. The shape is the thing I was talking about. Let's see if I can do this, dropping my phone on the ground as I speak. All right, so it's a simple hybrid pentatonic. So you're doing 3 notes per string, essentially a minor third, and a whole step after that, so it's E, G, A. You're going to skip up to the B flat, B flat, B. So it's half step and a minor third after that. So it's on the 17th fret. Right? Okay, so same shape on the next string. So E flat, E, and then G again. Feels really good on the fingers. Always has. Right? Okay, so when we skip up to the next string, so now we are on the A note, A, B flat, B, so it's not chromatic. Shift up to the D note, E flat, E. And of course, if you go down a full octave, right there. Now, the part where it gets weird is shifting from these, to that, because of course it's G, A, and then B flat again. Thank you for fretting along, Stu. I appreciate your fleet fretness. I have no idea what I mean, but you know what I mean, I think. There's a note for you. So that's it. That's the and if it works with all your it works with all your licks. You're doing it too? Right on. Class is not dismissed yet. So so of course, let's concentrate on octave shapes, right? So, this is the stuff you played on the G string and the B string. So this octave of that, okay? And then, of course, E. You can do that, so there we go. Now, the cool thing that I think is when you're doing stuff like that, is something I've been messing with for a while. Shift up to the E flat. Actually, would be better. So, but shift up to the E flat, and do, because Kevin Wire would approve. Half diminished. Actually, it's kind of diminished. It is diminished, but you build actual diminished scales off of it and diminished chords off of it. This is the symmetrical diminished. And so symmetrical diminished, Stu, I know you're familiar with that. So you can do it pretty much anywhere. So E flat, E, and F sharp in this case. So these, let me go back one so I'm a little less noisy. Once you have your half step, whole step, shift up a fret, go to the next string, and do a whole step, half step. And just keep going with that. Keep shifting up and keep doing the shape you did the last time. Or the time before that. Now, the neat thing, in my opinion, is chromaticisms. Chroma is color, you know, literally like chromatones. We're using color tones here to add flavor to this. The interesting thing is, after that, because if there's a lot of different ways I could play off of this, but I'm actually trying to take it there here, which is the blue note, the flat 5. Excuse me. We could do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. So once we go up, bend there. And then when you bend back down, so that is just whole tone, and neither of these really belong in traditional blues at all. They just don't. So whole tone, many different ways to play it. So that's just a whole step, shift up a fret, next string, whole step, shift up a fret, whole step, shift up a fret, whole step. Tuning difference, same fret, whole step. And then you can do this in a lot of different ways. You can go backwards because this is, augmented. Sure, same type of thing, but we'll go the other way. Or it's fun to play around with, and as Kevin used to say, this is really, really it's neat for explaining, like, musically something's wrong, but we're really not sure what it is. This is mysterious, it's floaty, it's got a lot of power. Well, the neat power about this with mixing it with like a that third. That stupid, awesome, play major pentatonic over a minor progression type of thing. It's got the vibe. It's already built in. But you both have the flat 5 and your major third sticking in that. So you got the blue already in there. Right there. It's kind of nice. And this, we can keep going. Which may be terrifying on your ears. Terribly sorry. Oh, have a good night, Chris. Take care of yourself, man. Yeah, I'm glad I worked it out, too. Glad I'm going to be working myself out of here in a minute anyway. But bless you, man. Have a good night. So... Well, enough of me goofing off. Gents, sincerely, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. This is very, very, very kind of you. I'll probably do this again on Saturday night next week. By the way, I am working on doing this, but with more talk and probably less guitar in the not too distant future. We'll see how that works, and all I have to do is kind of get a bunch of things together. Also, I got to work on this whole white balance thing, because, man, I'm the glariest of glare. But then again, I'm an extremely white guy. So, take care, everybody. Have a good night.